Hello, and welcome to number 15. Today, we are going to talk a little bit more about judgment and how a lot of our being critical to ourselves is due to the fact that we are not um, tapping into who we really are. What we're using is our thoughts and our emotions, and we are creating a story that defines who we are, depending upon how we feel for the day or what we seem to be thinking about or obsessed about for the moment. And that can be very harmful and non productive, as we know. So, I have two exercises to show you today in regards to helping you maybe look at yourselves in a more non judgmental way. Um, so, here we go. All right. To start off, I'd like to inform all of you that you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your past. You're not your job. You're not the different roles or hats that you play in the world. You are your heart and your soul. You are this genuinely authentic human being that has all these natural abilities. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think of something right now. And it's a new exercise that I thought I needed to start based on some research that I had found. And that is, instead of asking yourself what you're most proud of, what you've accomplished in life to make you feel better, your strengths, what I'd like you to do is I'd like to have you tap into your own authentic, wonderful self. And that is, I'd like you to tap into, what do you value? Instead of asking yourself, what are my strengths today? What have I overcome? I just want you to think of, what do you value? Do you value hard work? Do you value your family? Do you value nutrition and a healthy diet? Do you value quiet time, integrity, persistence, resilience? Because most of the time, the things that you value, you actually participate in. We can find ourselves engaging in that thought process. Obviously, I value optimism. So if you ask yourselves for just a moment, what do I value? And you use that as your cornerstone. You use that as your center point. Maybe you use that as your thought of the day or mantra. You start looking at your values a little more closely, because it's your values that normally drive you. The next item of business I'd like to show, and I don't know how this is going to work up here. Oh, it works out just fine. Is I actually have a poster in my classroom of a person sitting cross-legged. This is not the actual poster, but I have a similar one. And what this is it's an activity that I have kids do where the person I have sitting, I place it on the wall, and then I make clouds. And then I ask the kids to write down their thought or their feeling that they were having at that moment. Sometimes can be a really good icebreaker. for, a first meet, a first class, something like that. And what I have them do is I put that thought and emotion, have them put one on the cloud, and then I have them go ahead and tape it onto the wall or onto the page, and and I have them put it around the person. Once everyone does this and puts their word or thought, sometimes those icebreakers I get nervous. Sometimes I get hopeful, excited, scared, sad, frustrated. I mean, it's interesting what kids will actually put up there. It can really begin a great relationship between other people, because it's funny. Sometimes they bring their barriers down and they put it up, and it allows you to have a conversation with them. So once they have all the emotions around or thoughts around, I talk about to the students that, see, our thoughts and our feelings are not who we are. They're like clouds. They may hover around us, but they come and they go. They're not stuck. That's why some days or moments you feel happy, and then all of a sudden you feel nervous or stressed, because they come and they go. And we have to understand that these emotions and these thoughts do not define us. Now, sometimes those clouds, they may be a little bit more negative, than positive for a time being, but that changes. Just as sometimes those moments are really exciting and hopeful and happy, and those don't stay forever. They may be there for a while, but those change as well. So when talking to my own children, reminding myself, sometimes I like to do the visual of a cloud and know that our thoughts and feelings do not make up who they are. That's why they are not on the person. Instead, they hover around us, and they have the ability to come and go, and they have the ability to stick around. They have the ability to come in fast or leave fast, but they're not stagnant. They are not stuck. They're not permanent. And so you have the ability to make changes so that some of those clouds can change to maybe the direction in which you're hoping for. Now, lastly is a meditation that I particularly love. It's the kind of meditation that I've done before, and it reminds me of being my authentic, genuine self, and that my thoughts and my feelings and my past experiences don't define who I am. Instead, what they do is this meditation helps me tap into who I really am, from deep down in the core. So go ahead and get yourselves relaxed. You can sit, you can lay down, whatever you would like. If you're laying down, I like to kind of, when I'm doing this type of meditation, I just like to have my hands up on my heart, because it's a self-loving gesture, and that you're kind of giving yourself a hug. It's not a bad idea. If you're sitting, you can do it too, I guess. It's up to you. So go ahead and take a large deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take a large deep inhale through your nose, and on the exhale, close your eyes or look down in a soft gaze. With this next breath, take a large deep breath in. And I just want you to think of a wave of relaxation, a wave of heaviness from your top to your bottom with your exhale. So take a large deep breath and then exhale, and you're feeling your head, your jaw, your shoulders, your arms, your hands relax. With the next large deep breath in, With the exhale out, you're allowing your abdomen, your hips, your legs, your feet, your ankles, your toes to relax as well. Remember to have that tongue off the roof of your mouth so that your jaw can really help relax your face. Continue to consciously breathe while you listen to my instruction. You are a beautiful, amazing, wonderful human being. Throughout the years, your environment has made some significant impact on your life. Your experiences are of your own. No one has experienced anything through your eyes. But none of that truly defines who you are. Because you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your past. You're not your job. You're not those roles in life that you play. You are your heart and you are your soul. You are the same person you once were when you were born. I want you to visualize yourself as a baby, and I want you to look down at yourself as a baby. And then I want you to look up at yourself as if you were still a child. You were still an infant. By imagining those eyes, because they are the same eyes that you have today. That infant or baby of you has the same heart, has the same bones, has the same tissue, tendons, has the same ears, feet, hands. Of course, throughout time, you've grown. That's all you've done is you've grown. You still are that same person as you were when you were an infant. You as an infant, as all other children that you see in your adult or your older life, when you look down at those babies, you see purity, you see gentleness, you see innocence, you see a blank canvas. You see genuine love. You see excitement and wonder. You see genuine appreciation for what's right in front of you. Because at that stage of your life, you were your truest self. You were just you. And the people around you loved you. People around you took care of you. They had to have in order for you to be here. You did not have to be in a certain job. You did not have to be in a certain group in order for people to appreciate you. You did not have to have money or skills. You just had to be you. And you was good enough. If you think about yourself as a child or that little baby, infant, they have only the unknown in front of them, and they are not afraid because they realize, subconsciously probably, but they realize that their future is only what they're going to make of it. Of course, people, adults in their lives are going to try to help shape them, but those are clouds. Those are experiences that don't define who you are. You may build up your own knowledgeable values throughout life, and that's okay. Because I think in my own mind that values really depict the kind of person you are and the kind of person you should celebrate each and every day. Because you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you're not your past or your job or the roles and hats that you play in the world. You are your heart and your soul, a unique, amazing, wonderful human being. So when you catch yourself in any type of judgment, self-judgment for sure, remember that you can open your eyes, blinking them open, start moving around, or you can stay in that meditative state. It is up to you. But I hope this group has allowed you to see things from a different set of, not eyes, but maybe just from a different perspective. Take care.